Welcome to episode 2 of Wine Vault TV. The second episode is going to have 2 wines, and we're just pretty much going to concentrate on just doing 2 wines. The first wine being this from Bellbird Spring, which is a new vineyard from the Waipara region of New Zealand, which is about 40 minutes north of Christchurch. And this is a very new vineyard. This is from memory, this is their first vintage, and they've come up with a very interesting first wine, which is called the Home Block, and it's got 4 grape varieties in, and Pinot Gris, Riesling, Muscat, which is very seldom grown in New Zealand, and Gewürztraminer, and slightly unusual kind of blend, one that I haven't seen here before. So let's give it a little whirl. First impression is that it's full of stone fruit, a bit of citrus, and it's quite sweet on the nose, whether that's high alcohol or it actually smells like new car upholstery. It's quite velvety in the mouth as well. It's got a really sweet taste, but it's quite dry at the end. But it's just incredibly sweet, and all that peachy, nectarine, apricot flavour comes straight through. It's actually quite spicy, and it's got, probably do really well with kind of Thai food, because it's quite a delicate spice, but it's very noticeable along with the stone fruit. So mixing it up with a bit of Thai food would probably do this wine really well. Okay, let's move on to the next one. And this is from Wines of Ara, and this is a big vineyard down in Marlborough, in the Ara Valley, and his first vintage was 2005, and that's what this is from, and it's quite low alcohol for a New World Pinot, and it sits at kind of 13% alcohol, and they've got 1,400 hectares, but only kind of 400 are planted at the moment, and it's a really nice area of Marlborough, which is usually associated with Sauvignon Blanc, but currently they just grow absolutely everything there. From Riesling, I think they're going to put some Grüner Veltliner in. They do Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, Merlot, Syrah. So they really haven't found the kind of wines and grapes suitable for that soil, and everybody's just trying to do something a bit different rather than all kind of work together. But it's actually quite a light Pinot in colour, which is quite nice. It's not over extracted colour wise. It's got some nice kind of earthy tones on the nose, and even though there is a bit of cherry, kind of that burnt kind of cherry. There's a tiny bit of kind of mushroomy smell. It's got a really pleasant nose. It's quite tart, very, very high acid, and it feels like some of the fruit has actually just dropped out, even though you can smell it on the nose and stuff. It feels like the fruit has actually dropped out. There are not a lot of tannin, but there's a lot of acid. probably actually a bit too much acid.